Hello everyone and welcome to My Unfiltered 20s.
A podcast about the ups and downs, highs and lows and realities of life in your 20s.
With me, Abbey Parker.
And me, Lucy Martin. Wow, it's been a while, guys.
Oh wow.
Let me actually look when the last episode was. I can't even remember.
Well, the last episode, the premiere of season 4.
Which has been so consistent.
We've been so consistent.
Was. Let me have a look. See if you can guess the exact day. I'll give you a tenner if you can guess the exact day.
I reckon it was June 15th. Yeah.
The 14th of May. So you were a month
14th of May.
A month off. I thought it was like August. I don't know why I got that in my head. That is crazy. That's like so long.
Well, that's how long you've been writing that dissertation.
I know.
That's how much of your life it consumed.
And I'll never get it back. Let me
Do you have a nice shiny degree now though?
Well, not yet. I don't have the results back yet.
Well.
So.
Oh, sorry to bring that up.
Let me tell you guys. Do not do a master's degree. You heard it from me. Do not do it. It's not fun.
I've heard that from multiple sources.
Yeah, it's just like, and also, you know, like you see all the other students finishing their degrees in like June, July, and then you're just like, nope, another 3-4 months to go. The will to live is not there. But I'm glad it's done. It was a mess at the end. It was like, this is the worst thing I've ever written in my life.
I'm sure that was like some kind of imposter syndrome situation. I've seen your writing, you're pretty good.
It was bad. Also, it was like, this one was just, because I didn't have time to like pick a topic that I was interested in. All the archives are only open between like 9 till whatever in the day. So I had like very limited chance to go with working, and I was just like, so I had to pick a topic that was like, had stuff that I could use, which didn't particularly align with like being interesting. But anyway, boring. It was not good, guys. What about you? What have you been up to the past few months, Abbey?
Well, I will say, but I'm just distracted because I feel like your hair has gotten shorter.
Okay.
Have you had another haircut?
No, not since. I actually had my haircut the week before I had COVID, which was when? Like May? Maybe it was
Sounds about right.
It was like the week after this podcast. So I think it's just stopped growing as much as it used to because it's quite short still.
Really?
So that's like many months, isn't it?
How short was it?
Oh my god. Okay, guys. So the hairdresser that I've been going to since I moved to London is so lovely and cheap. It's like, I think it's like 25 quid, which for a women's haircut, you can't complain.
In London.
But my guy only knows how to do one haircut, and it is a bob. It is a middle-aged woman bob. Like, it was like here. Yeah. And although Florence Pugh can sport a bob, I'm not sure some of the other round-faced girlies like me can. So I'm just going to let it grow out a bit and then find another hairdresser. If anyone's got any recommendations, let me know.
You'll be struggling for 25 quid though.
I know. I'm going to have to pay a bit more, aren't I?
You're going to have to pay a bit more to have less cut off.
I know, that's the thing.
Bit of a paradox. Yeah. But yeah, I also did catch COVID.
Yeah. When did you have it?
I had it beginning of August.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever slept that much in my life.
Really? Did it just make you really tired? Honestly.
Yeah, well, I had like, I don't think this is TMI, a lot of phlegm.
Really?
There was like, yeah, I didn't have like a dry cough really. I wasn't coughing loads. I just like, my nose was like streaming. It's just a lot of, you know, that kind of stuff. And then just like really tired and, yeah.
It's interesting how the different, like, because I think it's different, like, strands, isn't it? Because the one I had was just, I had, like, no symptoms apart from just, I couldn't smell or taste. I think I could smell, but I couldn't taste.
Oh, interesting.
And I didn't get that back for, like, 2 months afterwards. I was still, like, not having proper taste. But, yeah, it's just interesting how the different, like, strands affect you differently, isn't it?
Yeah. But we've all had it now. We all got it at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
So we're all I guess, more protected now. I don't know.
Think so, yeah. My boy's still not had it. He didn't get it when I got it.
So
He
I
was
don't know
like,
how that works.
I don't get it. Every day he tested negative and like definitely didn't have it when I had it, which is just so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was the last to get it, so I was like, at this point, just hurry up. Like,
Yeah.
because I was already starting to feel ill. I was ill for days before my rapid was positive.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was like, if I'm negative tomorrow, this isn't COVID. So I don't know what this is, but it's awful.
Yeah.
But then obviously, then the next day it was
Yeah.
positive. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'm like not going crazy.
Yeah, at least you know what it is.
But I was just waiting because I was like, obviously you can't like start the countdown until you're positive, you know.
That's annoying that you'd
So
already
I
been
wasn't
like.
going out, but I was like, I don't even.
Yeah, that's well annoying. My test had gone
And
like.
then I didn't test again for like another week.
Yeah, there's no
check.
point, is there? Like when you know that you've got it, especially because you have to pay for the test. My test went positive within like 10 seconds. It was really weird. It wasn't like.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd had like no symptoms either. I just tested because I was like, oh, like you know when it was like you did them regular earlier in the year before they went like paid for or whatever, and I just did it, and then within like 1 second it went red, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't expect that.
It was kind of weird, like running away from it for 2 years, and then suddenly I can see the strip, like I have it. I was like, oh god.
I'm less scared of it now though, obviously, like since having it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how like you feel. Obviously, you feel different. I don't know. People feel different like next time they have it or whatever. But like I'm less worried about it like for myself.
Yeah. Same.
I don't know.
So should we get into one of our little topics? What do you want to talk about first? Do you want to get IKEA out the way?
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about IKEA. A few random things. So first of all, I found like the best thing in the whole world at IKEA.
Oh wow.
The best food item ever. And it's these little... Because I used to go to IKEA all the time when I was little, and I don't remember like... I don't know if it's like a new thing or whatever. They're these little cinnamon like roll bun things in like a packet. And they're like little cinnamon bun snacks, and they're so good. I don't know, do you like cinnamon buns? I feel like I've never seen you...
I'm not a fan of cinnamon.
Okay.
I'm very sorry to all the cinnamon girlies out there.
I never used to like cinnamon, and then all of a sudden, like recently, the past year, I've been really into it. But for any cinnamon girlies, you should go to IKEA. I don't know what they're called. They're called like cinnamon skarg or something. I don't know. IKEA.
Something Swedish.
Yeah, something Swedish. But they're so good. Like, you could eat a whole packet. And then the other thing I was going to say about IKEA was, yesterday, went to the IKEA in Hammersmith, and it was a very weird experience because it was like everyone moving into uni, like people and their parents, like shopping for uni stuff, and I just felt so old because I remember being like that little scared fresher, like buying stuff to move into like uni room, and I just felt very weird being there and like knowing that everyone's there, and I was like, that's not me.
That's how I felt when I went with my sister.
Yeah, that must have been weird.
I was like, I don't like coming when it's not even for myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was weird.
It must have been weird, like, seeing her room as well, because I feel like a lot of, like, uni rooms, like, first year uni rooms look the same, don't they?
Yeah, hers was like, I don't know, I guess this is, well, a lot of people have this, but you can, like, proper see into everyone's rooms.
Oh my god, no.
Because they're, like, 4 different buildings, like, with, like, a, like, courtyard in the middle.
Yeah.
So then you can see into 4 different buildings.
Oh god.
So she just keeps her curtains closed most of the time.
Shame.
But she's obviously not in halls this year, but yeah.
That's a shame though, isn't it? Like having to have your curtains closed, not getting like the proper light in.
I know. Because I feel like I used to get self-conscious at in halls because obviously you can't, like, I couldn't see in opposite because it was so far away.
Yeah.
But at the same time you kind of could if you were really looking.
Yeah, you could. Also the court, because it was like kind of on a corner, wasn't it? And I think you probably could have seen into the other ones, like on the corner, adjacent to ours as well.
Right. So I think I was too far along because I was right on the end.
Yeah, I was like in the middle. But I'm really bad for like I've always been like, oh, I can't be bothered to close the curtains. Like I'm really bad for that. Like here,
Same.
there's huge like double room, like long not French windows, that's like when they open, I can't remember what they're called. They're like big Victorian windows, and
right.
I literally never remember to close the curtains. I just hate doing it. It's so much effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very weird experience, like being in IKEA when you know that people are there, like a little nervous, like buying like bedding and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, this feels so weird not to be doing that.
With their checklists.
Yeah, with their like checklist, with their like pots and pans and stuff. And I'm like, definitely don't need that. Cute. Definitely don't need that. Like, yeah, it's a very weird experience. But that was just my IKEA, my 2 IKEA things to say. So definitely, cinnamon girlies, get yourself a pack of the cinnamon buns. They're very nice.
Well, I'm glad it was positive. I thought you were going to be ranting about them.
They're good things.
I thought you had a scandal up your sleeve.
No scandal. I will say they did apparently. They've closed the one in like Tottenham, like North London IKEA, and there was a huge like closing down sale, which would have been good to go to. Ooh. I know, but I didn't get there in time, unfortunately. So we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, which we always talk about, I feel like, on this podcast, and the UK one has just come back. The first thing I want to say... This is
only the second season I've ever watched.
Did you watch Australia?
I watched the Australian one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this one.
So you didn't watch last year's UK one?
No.
Okay.
No.
So what I'll tell you is I think they're trying to make the UK one more like Australia, because I actually watched... Right. I've watched 3 years of the UK one. The first year was awful. It was so boring. It was almost like Four in a Bed vibes, the like way they did it. And then last year they tried to make it more like Australia, and then this year they've gone full on, like the way they do the like honesty box, like all of that, because they never used to have the dinner parties.
Oh, so that's not...
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's the best part.
I know, exactly. They've definitely seen that the Australia one's more popular, and then like taken that and run with it, which is good. But yeah, what are your thoughts about this year?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's only on 4 days a week, which is not enough.
I was going to say that. I hate it. Like, that their peak, like, you want to watch TV on Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Why are they not putting it on?
Who wants to watch reality on a Monday night?
I know, exactly.
I mean, me, because I'm obsessed, but, you know.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to watch it, but it's just, like, put it on every night.
Also, because I swear, in the Australia one, there was, like, a few different days of, like, whatever, like the theme of the week.
Yeah.
Everyone working through their issues,
no,
blah,
it's
blah,
like
blah.
one.
Then they do like, exactly, then they do like Thursday dinner party, Friday commitment ceremony. Now, yeah, like you say, it's one episode and then they're doing another dinner party. I'm like, okay, well, I need a bit more build up.
I know.
A bit more tension.
Yeah. There's not enough happen, and also they don't show as much, like, you're right, like...
Yeah.
You're like, I don't really get how we've gone...
In the flats.
Exactly, I don't get how we've gone to, like... Because you don't see enough about the couples to understand, like, how, you know, the what's their names?
Yeah.
Is it Shanika or Shanice or something like that?
Shanita?
Shanita, that's it. Shanita and whatever his name is. I can't remember what his name is. But
I don't know what his name is.
No, I don't know what his name is. They'd gone from, like, fine to, like, a proper argument. And I was like, well, where, like, they were fine. I don't get where this has come from. I feel like you don't get any of that, like... explanation of why things have happened, which you used to get.
Yeah. Also, the couple, was it Laura and Richie?
Yeah.
So obviously they had issues, and they might have been able to work, but like it was kind of obvious that it's just not gonna. But like the whole thing of him like getting upset with her because she's was saying what she wanted, kind of thing. I was like, that should have been brought up in front of the experts.
Yeah.
That should have been broken down. He should have been taught that that's not cool.
Because he's going to carry on the way he is, because nobody, like...
Exactly. I was like, I cannot believe that is the reason, from what they portrayed, that is the reason that she was so upset.
Yeah, I know. I don't get that. He was odd,
and he was like, are you not going to apologise? I was like...
For what?
Exactly.
They were, like, so... I don't know why they thought they'd be a good match, because she was like, I don't want, you know, I need someone that, like, I don't have to look after. I've just raised, like, 3 children. And then he was the epitome of someone who needs looking after. Like, he was literally like, I want someone to, like, organise things for me. And I was like, you've not listened to what she said, like, at all, like, what she wants in a person. She should have been with Miss GB's husband, do you not think?
Yeah, I think that could have been a cute match.
Yeah, they would have been better, I think.
By the way, I really don't know who to trust. Her, April, or Tom. With this whole, they were talking about you behind your back.
I know.
And I don't know who to believe.
I feel like Tom does say it to people's faces. He's quite confrontational if he doesn't like someone. Yeah. So I'm kind of leaning towards believing Tom, because I do feel like he would have been like, yeah, and so what? I was bitching about you, or whatever.
I agree. Because I think that I feel like Tom and Adrian could be a really good match.
Yeah.
If Tom I feel like he's got some work to do on himself first.
He does, yeah.
But, so, at first, I wasn't taken to him as much, but I haven't taken to April at all.
I can't stand her.
I don't think she's very likeable.
No, she's just like, she's come across like really selfish as well, I think, because he's quite, like, he's done things that have like deliberately upset him and then just been like, oh, like, and start crying herself, and I'm like, well, you've not even like apologised for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else is there on Maths this year? I love the lesbians.
Yeah, they're definitely going to work. They'll be cute.
Also, but I feel like they're editing it to make a bigger deal out of the veganism thing than it is. Like, I don't really think the veganism thing is a big deal. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. I know one's called Zoe. What's...
Jenna?
Not Zoe, what's...
Jenny?
Jenna, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna. She's like, if you don't want to know, don't ask. What do you want me to do? Lie to you?
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, I can see how that could be an issue.
Yeah. I think the thing is, like, Zoe is, like, obviously not used to being around people that, like, don't eat meat. And, like, it really obviously it's, like, bothering her when she hears stuff like that. But I'm just, like, I don't think... Because they keep, like, it's, like, the only thing that ever comes up when they have, like, an argument. And I'm like, I feel like the producers are, like, editing it to make it out to be, like, oh, my God, like...
Yeah. I think so.
But, yeah, it's been a good... I think it's been a good season so far. Like, it's been quite juicy. These new couples as well. This is a new thing, isn't it? Where they add...
So quick.
Yeah, add new couples, like, in...
Because they did in the Australian one.
Did they?
Because there was the whole scandal.
Yeah. Dan. No.
Because they all went, didn't they? All the existing couples went to the weddings.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Which was good. And the woman was like 5 hours late.
Oh my god. Why can I not remember anyone's name? Katrina. It was like something like that, wasn't it? Carolina. Yeah. That was it.
Carolina.
Yeah, she was awful.
What was the boy called? Josh or whatever that she ran off with?
Dan. Michael.
Dan.
I
think Dan could be it.
Dan.
Apparently they're still together.
Really?
Last I heard.
I'm surprised at that. I do love it.
And I think, is it Jack and the one that we like, Dominica?
Yeah.
They're back together, I think.
I'm happy about that.
I know.
Oh, Dominica, my absolute queen, the best. Yeah, Dominica was my absolute fave.
Yeah, she was definitely my favourite of the season. And her and the girl with all the tattoos and stuff. She didn't have loads of tattoos, but I just liked her tattoos. The girl with like the black hair. Is she called Mia?
Why can't I picture her? Mia?
She was with like the surfer dude.
Oh my god. Ella.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They're besties and I love it.
Did you like subscribe to like the like TikTok group of like Ella, Brett and Al?
No.
Because Ella and Brett were like a thing at one point and they were quite cute. Brett was with Tamara and he was like the nightclub.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I had seen about this.
Yeah. They were like, I don't know whether they still are, but that was cute.
Yeah, I feel like they actually could have been quite a cute match. They seem like quite, like the same...
Level-headed,
level.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because Mitch was awful, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. I know, like, I was starting to feel secure with him, and then he just ripped the rug out from all of us.
I know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the new couples are like. The posh one. like posh girl.
Hilarious.
She's like
So funny that they've matched them two together.
I know.
They've done that for pure vibes.
Yeah, I know. There's no way that they're gonna
laughs.
work. When she was like, his like job doesn't align with me or whatever, I was like, grow up. Like, actually grow up.
I know.
Yeah, that's funny. Also, the
I
woman...
know, when she got, like, so triggered when he said his favourite food was Haribo.
I know.
And I didn't even understand what they were eating. She was like, have you never had that before? And I was like, no one's had that before, I don't think.
No.
I think you've made it up.
I think she might be like Tamara, like a bit, like, sniffy and stuff, and then they'll be like, stop. It'll be interesting to see.
The dad, though, her dad was awful.
Oh my god, he said something that really, like, made me angry.
They were interviewing the parents and he said, I hope that he's really rich or something. And the mum goes, you can't say that. And he said, can't I?
And he said, he was like, he's used to a different breed of girls up there. Or something, because he's from, like, Yorkshire. And he was like, that he's used to a different breed of girl. And I was just like, oh my god, like...
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But leading on from that, Love is Blind, After the Altar. Pointless, isn't it, really?
Seems like... Yeah, I was going to say, seems like nothing has really happened.
No. They were making...
Just all the single guys going, wow, what's married life like? And they're like, oh, tough, man. Moving on.
They're making a huge thing out of Deepti and... Is it Kyle? Like, a huge thing. They're like, oh, they both really like each other. Like, there was this chemistry. And I was just like, well... Like, why are you not together then, if this is a thing? Like, I just feel like that was all fabricated or, like, exaggerated.
Yeah, they probably cut so much stuff out to put all of that in.
I know.
I think it's just because at the reunion thing where they all sit down and talk, they had just, like, a little glimpse and everyone
hopped on it, yeah. I'm surprised that Nick and Danielle aren't together, but I'm not surprised that Ayana and Jarrett, because I was just like, because they're not even living together, Ayana and Jarrett, like, she's moved out.
Yeah.
They don't work.
Well, have you... Don't want to spoil anything, but, like, have you seen on Instagram and stuff?
No.
She's filed for divorce, Ayana.
Serious?
She did, like, a whole interview. I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list to watch.
Yeah.
But she's left him. And I'm really sorry to break this news to you.
Yeah.
Danielle has filed for divorce.
I know this. I know about Danielle and Nick, but I'm surprised because they seem to be doing quite well.
Seemed fine. Yeah.
But what we were saying, like, with my boy, is maybe watching this and filming this has brought back, like memory.
Like trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Like when miraculously Millie broke up with Liam the week after Casa Amor aired this year. Like, almost like she watched it.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, and watched it and was like, oh, maybe you disrespected me that exact same way.
That's the thing, because they probably had a lot of arguments about it, and then Liam was like, this is old news, like, you need to either move on or, like... And so she was like, okay, then bye.
I know. So I think maybe that happened. Maybe they... Oh my god, I've got a dead foot.
Or they were in a contract that lasted a year.
Yeah. Ayana thing, I was just like, you guys aren't, like, doing well. Like, what is the point?
Because he just clearly wasn't ready, even though he promised that he would give him that up or whatever.
Because I was just like, I could not be doing that. Like, when she said about how he would be coming home every night at, like, 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. and she was just, like, sat waiting for him. Like, that's not fair.
It's kind of... I don't know. Like, them speaking about him saying he was, like, 3 jobs. Yeah. Everyone's still in their normal jobs, and yet they have to deal with all this online hate and stuff because they're not even being paid enough as reality starts to be influencers and not have a job or whatever. So he's, like, living a normal life with all the negatives of being known.
True, that is true.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't even think about
suck.
that. Yeah, they're not, like, influencers, are they? Like, they're not people from Love Island that then go on to have jobs, like, in...
Exactly, but they still get all the online harassment.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't even think of that.
I guess at least you know then in future series that people aren't doing it for fame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Then there's a new one, new series next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. I never finished watching the Japan one,
Oh, yeah, I started that as well and never finished it.
They're just all so respectful. There's no drama.
I know, that's the thing. Also, it would never work in
Yeah.
England because there's just something about, like, English people are so awkward, like...
Yeah, they're not mushy like Americans.
No, and Americans, like, wholeheartedly commit. Like, they're like, yeah, that's it. Whereas, like, English people would be like, this is stupid. Like, we've only known each other, like, a week. Although, married at first sight, but, yeah.
I feel like they can't actually be married, though, legally.
Surely not.
I can't imagine it.
But...
Like, Love is Blind, I believe that they actually get married.
They must do.
Because they have months to get to know each other.
If they file for divorce, yeah. Yeah, I don't think they do it on maths because so many people don't stay together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you can leave the experiment. I just think it feels real because you're moving in and putting a ring on. Because, you know, they tell the parents on camera.
Yeah.
If it was legal, no way would the parents be like, I support you.
I know. Also, I'm like, what are you telling the parents that you're filming for when they're, like, sat down with all the recording equipment? Like...
I've thought about this. I reckon they're like, listen, I'm on a dating show, they need some, like, family shots.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But, to them be like, I'm getting married.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
I know.
Because when some of them say, like, they put a pause in it, I'm getting married, and the parents are going over the possibilities of who it could be.
Yeah. But yeah, new season soon, we can talk about that when it comes out on the podcast. A short episode from us today. Have you got any final recommendations for our listeners, Abbey?
Not that I'd want to recommend a different podcast.
Okay, yeah.
But I've been listening to Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
And there are some great interviews on there.
Really?
Like biologists and psychologists, and obviously he's an actor, so he interviews a lot of actors.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was just on, and Lily Reinhart was a really good one.
Oh, really?
She was talking about her mental health and stuff. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
She was saying that, like, she literally was, like, at breaking point, no money left in her bank account, having, like, really struggling with her anxiety and stuff, and then she got the call about Riverdale.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Any recommendations from you?
Yeah, you know what? You saying Lily Reinhart has made me think of one. Have you seen this film, Netflix, of Lily Reinhart?
Not yet. I want to watch it, though.
You know what? It's good. Like, I was a bit like, this is going to be awful. Because I hate, like, there's nothing... You can't, like, make rom-coms like you used to in, like, the early 2000s, you know? Like, they're just never as good. But it's really good, like... Keeps you, like, hooked, keeps you interested the whole way through. And it was just, like, wholesome. So, would recommend. I can't remember what it's called. Like, look.
Okay. Look Both Ways.
Look Both Ways, that's it, yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's on my list too.
It's good.
Okay, so...
Well, thank you for listening, everyone. We'll be back with a new episode at some point.
Soon.
We'll
keep it in the dark, keep it mysterious.
Yeah, we like to keep you guessing when we're going to upload next.
Because if anything the algorithm loves, it's inconsistency. You know? But yeah, we'll see you when we see you. You'll hear us when we talk.
It's a bye from us. It's a bye from me.
Bye-bye.